Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. This is Loki here. Thank you for joining me. So, where we last left off, we were about to talk to Trudy in the Prospector Saloon about that display we just saw.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
I overheard your argument. What was that all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Why not just kill Cobb and be done with it?
You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
What are you gonna do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea.
Really?
Was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
Never mind, I want to talk about something else.
All right.
What happens if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount.
That sounds pretty
Of
good.
course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
Do I want to be friends with dangerous convicts with explosives? Who was that man you were arguing with?
He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
I'm trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attackers say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
By the guy in the checkered coat, do you mean Chandler from Friends? Why is that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Alright, so I need to go east out of town when I'm done with all this shit. Want me to take a look at your broken radio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Do you know the robot that rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
Agreed. What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
That's probably foreshadowing. How long has he been in Good Springs?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
Weird.
Fine by me.
Does Good Springs get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorner meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Anything interesting going on in the wasteland?
There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
Interesting.
I'm sure I've got something you like.
Alright. I don't have very much money. I'm holding on to duct tape for no reason. I should probably hold on to the gecko meat and cook it when I get hungry. Gecko hide I could sell. Let's sell 6 of them. Gecko egg, I think I can also sell. Sell the field hand outfit, don't need that. Or the cleaver, or the cherry bomb. This seems pretty useless, but it's free. Taking up weight anyway, I don't need it. And I could sell these rounds because I don't use guns, I use a laser pistol. There we go. Does she have anything I want to buy? You've got a repair magazine that I'm going to use right now. Iguana on a stick. I should probably take some food with me. Speech magazine would be good. Barter magazine. Alright.
Pleasure doing business with you.
What do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
Tell me about the NCR.
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Dressing up like Roman soldiers is a really weird shtick to have as an army. Like, I would probably dress up in armor suitable for protecting yourself from dangerous monsters in the wasteland, but that's just me. Call me crazy.
Be careful out there.
Thanks. I'm gonna fix your radio. That's not a radio. This is. Repair the radio. I didn't even need to use the magazine.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
Fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
That's it? Are you implying that I've done shoddy work?
Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
I've already spent my caps, so I'm gonna
Be
peace.
careful out there.
Alright, so we've got a quest to go talk to Ringo, who is up in the gas station on top of the hill here. So let's go and take care of that. I don't have a weapon equipped. I have 20 shots. Should probably buy some ammo at some point soon. Yeah.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
You're very rude. I'm not an enemy if that's what you're asking.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of caravan? You know how to play?
What are the rules of caravan?
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids, so there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
I really don't have time for a game right now.
All right.
I would be here all day if I started playing caravan with this asshole right at the very beginning. Did you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you gonna do about the powder gangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Well, this sounds better because it looks like it'll get me some money. You need a hired gun? I'm available.
All I've got left on me are a handful of caps, but you get me out of this and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got my word.
It'll have to do. What now?
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around, see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
She is friendly. Hey, these are yellow, so I can take the contents without actually being considered a thief. Might as well stock up on supplies while I'm here. Doctor's bag I will need probably immediately. Boxing times. Bunch of food and water. Braxo cleaner. Flour. Braxo cleaner. Whiskey. Fission battery. Anything else here? Open duffel bag. Well then. It appears as though we found Ringo's stash, and we're gonna take everything. Floor safe. Can we open it? I need a lockpick skill of 25. Do I have a lockpick magazine? Aid. I do not. I have a sneak magazine. That's not the same thing. Carton of cigarettes. Oh, I can't take the rounds. Those are actually Ringo's. I can open the cash register though and take 32 bottle caps. I don't know where I thought I was going for a second there. I have to go talk to Sunny. She's probably back inside the saloon by now.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
What's wrong with your face? I'm gonna help Ringo take on the powder gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Well, that was easy.
Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy to join us? Well, we're gonna do all these optional objectives, hopefully get a better
A
reward.
silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Well, I do have a high speech skill. That should be fine. How do we get Chet to give up his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
Barter, huh? It's a good thing I took that skill. How do I get Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
I think I bought an explosive magazine a while ago. I need to get to Prim. Can you suggest a route?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
I'm a little short on caps. I don't suppose there's any work available.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Magazine on locksmiths?
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need.
And the bobby pins?
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
Alright, I'll go take a look at that safe when I have a chance.
Always happy to help someone down on their luck.
What do you do around here?
I hunt geckos, mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in.
Let's talk about the areas around Good Springs.
Sure, what do you want to know?
What other towns are nearby?
Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
Does anybody really take kindly to getting shot? NCR?
The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What does the NCR keep you safe from?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
What do you know about the other group?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
What kind of creatures are out there?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
I don't like the sound of big and poisonous.
If you want to know anything else, just ask.
See ya.
I'll be waiting.
Alright, let's go talk to Trudy.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
You should help me take down the Powder Gang. Bullets, explosions, lots of fun.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you.
7 points in
Other
charisma.
folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Alright, well, let's go talk to
Be
Chet.
careful out there.
Oh hey, we leveled up. Alright, I'm gonna need some points in explosives just for this next quest. And I should also probably take some more points in speech. Alright, so now we get to choose a perk. There's Confirmed Bachelor. In combat you do plus 10% damage against male opponents. Outside of combat, you'll sometimes have access to unique dialogue when dealing with the same sex. Intense training. With the intense training perk, you can put a single point into any of your special attributes. Also helpful. Lady Killer. In combat, you'll do plus 10% damage against female opponents. Outside of combat, you'll sometimes have access to unique dialogue options when dealing with the opposite sex. Retention. With the retention perk, the bonuses granted by skill magazines last 3 times as long, and Swift Learner. With each rank in the Swift Learner perk, you gain an additional 10% to total experience points whenever experience points are earned. That's the skill I need to take because I can offset the negative perk that I took a while ago. And now I'll be earning normal experience. Well, here's Easy Pete.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
Why does Easy Pete talk about himself in the third person? Lokir thinks that's weird.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
I'm pretty familiar with the care and handling of explosives, dynamite included.
Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing.
Oh shit, he believed it.
I'll go dig it up and get it ready.
That was a complete
You'll
lie.
have it by the time the fighting starts.
I know nothing about explosives. What do you know about Joe Cobb?
Bad trouble.
That's helpful.
Welcome.
Alright, you're trying my patience, old man. What do you know about Victor?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
You're probably right. He did shoot me in the head. See ya.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
And here's the general store. Hey, Chet.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
I need supplies to help fight the powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Let them take over the town then. I'm sure your business will be better off for it.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
You know anything about the people who attacked me?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Alright, well I need to buy some ammo from you.
Can do.
Ammo. I need energy cells. But I'm gonna sell some shit to him. Like that. Sell some miscellaneous crap. Like that. One of those. One of those. One of those. Now he owes me money. Sell him a medical brace. This. That. Carton of cigarettes. Earnings clipboard. Get rid of that. It's not taking up any weight, actually. I'll sell the box of detergent, the cup, the 2 Abraxo cleaners. There we go.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
What can you tell me about the Great Khans?
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
See ya.
Take it easy now.
Alright, well, I noticed I got some leather armor, so we're gonna put that on. Alright, looking a little bit tougher. Apparently I'm getting thirsty. I should probably drink more than that. How is that? Still not great. Hello, Doctor.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
Town is going to be attacked by bandits. Anything you can do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Thank you. I should probably buy some
Sure.
supplies from you. Like doctor's bags for my crippled limbs.
You take care now.
And now that we have a higher repair skill, let's go take a look at some stuff here. Like this broken 9mm machine gun. It's... oh, I have a magazine. Fixing things. Not enough science. Again, if it's yellow, I can take it without any consequences. Take the stim pack, the Radix, anti-venom, all that good stuff. That's worth 10, so I'll take it. Medical brace. Anything else? No magazines in here. Footlocker, which is empty. Ah, first aid box. Let's take all that. That. Pork and beans, always good to have food. Take the knife, and let's see what the ammunition is. Good enough. Just robbing this poor guy blind. Toaster, no. Well, it's worth 5. Let's take it anyway. Some food. Some more food. Alright. So, now that I've got a whole bunch of items, I've robbed the poor doctor who stitched me back together for free blind, and I've convinced everybody in town to help me. I'm going to head up and talk to Ringo, I guess. Actually, this seems like as good a place as any to take a break. I'll upload another video today, and we'll see the rest of this quest line. We might even leave Good Springs today. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.